Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secrets been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned.
Here was Beanie Politan.
Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in the veins, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride.
You can't talk about the jury in a current case. You can't do that. You're putting the jurors' lives in danger.
Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon.
Here is the buffer zone
Glory on a darkened stage.
right here.
Randy and Wendy's
And if you are wearing a Karen Reed shirt or hat, you get arrested.
And that's wrong. And you could cause a mistrial.
And that's wrong, and you can cause a mistrial.
I love that. And
Never gets old. Never gets old.
hey, Evelyn. Hey, Warrior Grandma. Hey, Pammy B. Hey, Carrie. Did you watch I haven't watched Dancing with the Stars yet. Corey Feldman's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I heard about that. You know what?
did?
Yeah, because you said it the last time we were live. Um,
Oh, okay.
sorry.
I'm a
That's-
sleuth, I say.
You're how I get my information. So, yes, I heard about it. But I want you to also know, and I want props for this because I've never done this before. I don't think ever. I did my homework and I read up and watched the unknown number thing, unknown caller that you told us to. Okay, let me just tell you, I knew it. I called it before it even came out.
Sandy,
I
hey,
knew
Lady
it.
Witch, hey, Lavender. Really?
I
Okay.
knew it. Yep, I
That's
knew
gonna
it.
have to be a whole stream. I need to rewatch and take notes. I'm so psyched that you did that. I'm so pumped.
We definitely have to talk about it. And yes, I knew it. Absolutely knew it. And heebie jeebies. Absolutely crazy.
All right, now I can send you memes I found, and you'll know what they mean. Like this means I'll never leave you.
Great. That's terrifying.
It is. Woo. Hey, you've been missed, Warrior Grandma. Oops! Now Wendy is what is it? Is it doing blanks? I can't see on the YouTube side because I'm at work and I'm on my phone. I forgot to bring my laptop, which I thought this morning. Don't forget your laptop and your air freshener for the van. I forgot both of them. And there's more to that story. I can see you. Can you, Wendell?
Oh, sorry. I muted myself. I can see me
Oh.
on the StreamYard side. I just can't see me on the YouTube side. Let me try one more thing real quick.
Okay.
Let me pull myself out for a sec. I'll be
So much more is being told by
all right.
friends.
How's that?
I don't know. See, I can see you, but I'm on the StreamYard side.
All right. That's as good.
Sweet.
That's as good as it's getting, y'all. If
I
I'm not there, I'm not there. is what it is today.
The catfish. It's on Netflix, and it's called High School Catfish. Unknown number. The High School Catfish, or something
I'll
like
be right.
Wendy looks like a record. Oh, you're sweet. I don't feel delicious. I looked at myself in the mirror when I got ready this morning. I was like, ugh.
How's that? Am I back? I'm back
Yeah,
now. There you
you're
go.
back. You're back.
Okay.
Should we tell them what we can do now? Because
We really need to because I'm so
it took
excited.
us 3 years to figure
Because
this out.
I'm so excited and also at the same time so embarrassed
Me too.
that it
me
took
too.
us this long to do this. Like, duh, we're idiots.
Yeah, because 3 years ago, I said to Wendy, probably about 3 years, I said to Wendy, I said, because I added her as the moderator thing on my StreamYard.
An admin. Yeah, it's called an admin. Yes.
And she said, "No, take me off. Take me off. I'm going to lose all my stuff." Yeah.
Because I do a lot of stuff on my StreamYard. They're called media assets. I have the little clips and the sound effects, and I do a lot of stuff on my StreamYard. The problem is I never go live. So, get to see them. And they're fantastic. Some of them are great. And we're missing them. We're missing all of them. So,
and I do nothing with mine. I can't figure out how to even upload the new song that she made.
It's terrible. Randy does nothing with her StreamYard. She does nothing. She barely she goes live and that's it. So I told her, why don't we share a StreamYard? I'll add you as an admin to mine, and then you can pay me half of the money that it costs every year, because StreamYard, in addition to being, in addition to her not using her, she's paying a shit ton of money every year. We both do, to have it. StreamYard is ridiculously expensive now. So now we're splitting the cost and we're sharing the assets, and it makes me so happy. Because now you get to see things like this that I just made just today.
Oh, this is good.
There you go.
It's your birthday song.
Like, who wants to miss that? Nobody, right? That's some good stuff right there.
And I can't do that. I don't even know how she does that. YouTube rejected my comment. That usually means it's spam. So what I said was, I need to start doing that, Lavender. And apparently, YouTube doesn't want me to exercise. Point taken, YouTube, and I won't. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Isn't that great? I mean, it's fantastic. I love it. Let's hear it again. One more time.
It's your birthday song.
That look at the end is the best part. Yes, I used AI to create that. I did.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Makes me so happy.
Jasmina didn't really record herself for us, even though
she's saying it. She's saying it to us, but she didn't record. I didn't get to see her on video doing that.
I think she would. So I made it myself. But
she might have if we asked her. I'm sure, or she might have just told me to go to hell like she always does.
We are here to please, Diane.
But the face at the end is the best.
Yes. I haven't fooled with it, Evelyn, except for asking ChatGPT a question here and there. And
listen. I think I'm dating ChatGPT now, honestly, because I have it read me stories.
We had this whole conversation.
We did. I know. And listen, I can't not be polite to ChatGPT. When they do something for me, I always have to say thank you. It's freaking AI. He doesn't care. But I'm like, thank you so much. That helps so much. I appreciate it. Like he's a real person.
I think Siri, every time she does something for me,
same.
Yeah, like Siri knows I'm too lazy. Siri, look this number up. She's like, okay.
Well, I love ChatGPT. I'm using it on average like 2-3 times a day now. And I'm worried that at some point it's going to tell me I have to pay for it.
Well, if you make pictures with it, it will make you.
I have made some pictures with it.
Well, I was trying to make a picture, or I was asking it to compare a picture, and it was trying to, and then it said, and if you want to keep doing this, do premium, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, no.
Okay, so far it has not offered me premium. But yes, I think that's my new boyfriend, and he reads me stories. He has a beautiful voice, and he doesn't sound like a robot. Like, it's amazing to me. It sounds like a real person. It's crazy
It's
to
a
me how they sound.
Lavender. It's an app, and
I just use it on the website. It's just Chat GBT. That's it. Just the website. And
maybe
whenever I
that's
go,
one.
the iPhone, apparently with this new iPhone update, it's integrating Siri with Chat GBT.
Emerald Girl, I love you so much.
Hi, Emerald Girl.
All right, so this I have been. Y'all know that I have been the Charlie Kirk assassination. I've been down a rabbit hole, and so yesterday, me and Wendy was even talking about how did anybody watch the press conference? It wasn't even a press conference, really. It was what would you call that?
Yes, Evelyn, exactly. And he says things like he says in between sentences. Like, that's so weird. Or
I'm gonna make mine British, where he
so
won't.
so weird. It's very bizarre to me that how the sound is not at all AI sounding at all. Anyways, yes, yesterday we watched as the prosecutor laid out the charges and laid out the text messages between. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and so I'm all right. Did anybody you have Pammy? You've watched it. The charges, yes.
I watched it all, yeah, and then I watched the first hearing with the judge, and the judge just read out the charges, and they're getting him a lawyer, and that's it. There was nothing really big at the. Although the judge's voice bothers me. I know if we cover this trial, I'm going to be irritated by that judge's voice the entire time. But whatever.
We're so going to cover this trial, even though I think this trial will end in him taking.
I think he's going to plea. They said that they're seeking the death penalty, but I think they're going to plea, and then he'll lose the death penalty. But we'll see. Maybe there'll be huge outrage if they do that. So I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know.
His sweet wife and his gorgeous babies, and then you've got. Do we believe that his roommate wasn't part? Because according to sources, allegedly, the roommate's family, his name is Lance, they said that he was the radical one. He was the one that was really into politics, where that's from his family who cut him off. They're going to stick it to him, not getting out of death penalty on this one. You could be very right. Speaking to his friends of his, the lefty thing isn't quite what they portray. Well, not with his friends, but with his
partner. His partner. Yeah. So I don't know anything about this conspiracy, so you're gonna have to fill me in on what I don't know.
The conspiracy is like, first of all, Charlie was kind of backing away from his.
But here at the end of the day, though, the roommate didn't pull the trigger. Tyler did.
But they're saying, hey Charlie, but you're gonna tell me they lived together for a year. They've been living together for a year. The note that he left is gone, but there's a picture of it. And it is so laid out, these text messages. It's so too perfect. You don't think they're too perfect?
Well, I mean, they're as far as what? Like, to make sure that the roommate doesn't get caught?
To make sure the roommate doesn't get in trouble, to make sure that where the gun is found, they had
so he wanted to be caught? He wanted to be found?
I don't know. Anyone that texts their teens and 20s knows that's not how kids text. Right. I don't think that he identifies as gay. I don't know, though. They really haven't said a lot about him.
What they have said that he was transitioning, though, female to male or male to, I forget which one. I apologize.
Male to female, but I'm talking about the shooter. Hey, Mickey. The shooter, he was a male.
I know that, but the roommate, the roommate was transitioning, or is transitioned.
No, hasn't transitioned. Still goes by Lance, as far as I know.
Oh,
yeah.
So then, why are they saying that they are transitioning?
He is transitioning, but he hasn't transitioned.
Not all the way done. Okay,
Right.
got it.
No,
Um,
Charlie.
so
Oh, Sandy. I loved him so much, but his roommate is a male, so what?
so
But
is he gay then? Was Tyler gay?
I don't know. They haven't said anything about how he.
Because because the bullets and stuff that they found were like making fun of gays.
No,
He said,
no.
if you find this bullet, you're gay.
Laugh my ass off. That is
Yes.
that's like an Antifa thing. That is okay. If you find this bullet, you're gay. That's because that's saying Charlie Kirk was anti-gay. So if you find it, if it hits you, you're gay. Ha ha. Get it?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. You heard that he was bisexual. Okay, so he's
Oh, okay,
bisexual.
that
All
makes
right.
sense.
Okay, that helps me understand. I didn't. Here's the thing. I'm just going to be straight out honest with you guys. I had never heard
Damn.
of Charlie.
Oh,
I
it's
had
not
never.
Antifa. Sorry.
I had never heard of Charlie Kirk until the day he died. So I don't know anything about him. I'm hearing things now as the days have gone on, but I didn't know him at all. But I stand by everything I said that day. Someone should die just because they have opinions.
Penny pincher. Right. No
But
matter.
so I'm still learning. Don't be frustrated. Hey, Penny Pincher, good to see you. So please don't be frustrated at my lack of knowledge.
I see. I did, and the main reason that I know who he is I get lost down the shorts on YouTube, and that's where I find stuff that I watch, and I've watched almost everything he's ever put out.
Yeah.
The bullets were gamer mean, all the things that gamer. Well, I don't know. Maybe because the one they said was related to Antifa. One was related to the furry community, but this is all stuff that's been put out. Don't quote me. They're coming back unrecognizable, indoctrinated, and brainwashed. Well, I mean, obviously not all, because there was the things have changed at college where Charlie had more supporters than he had non-supporters. So
It probably depends on the university and where it's located.
yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Because I don't want to stick my, not on YouTube. I'm not willing to stick my stick in the sand and plant it on a hill with a flag. I'm
Mhm.
not. But I do think something is fishy and smelly with this. I do.
Okay, so explain what, because I don't understand what you're saying.
I think that they're going to have to look more into his boyfriend. I just don't believe that.
So even okay, but let me ask you this: even if, did you say there was a Candace Owens video? Like, should we watch that so I can understand what you're
Well,
saying?
definitely. Candace puts out a lot of stuff, and yes, Lavender, yes. I don't know if she's. I mean, I'd say that Candace is probably a striker, even though
I don't think she's a striker.
Candace.
And we'll do commentary. It's fair use.
Okay, pull in the last one where she's
I don't know where to pull it in from. Where?
her.
Oh, you're on your
YouTube.
phone. That's right. Okay.
Candace can be unhinged, but she's was good friends with Charlie. So right now she's unhinged because she's watched her friend die. Like, I think that all of us who saw that became a bit unhinged that day, even if we didn't know him. Imagine knowing him.
Okay, so I'm on her page. There's one that says to my friend Charlie Kirk.
Well, that has never happened.
Not
before.
that one. Not the
Not that.
one
Okay, so
above
not,
that one. The last one that says something isn't right.
okay, so I'm looking at videos.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
says the rise of the gay art. That was 11 days ago. How
No.
old is this?
The new
Was
one.
it
The last
was
one.
it a live stream?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was a live stream. Oh, it's an hour and 17 minutes. That's way too
Wait,
long.
right. You have you have to fast forward into it some. The message, "Hey fascist, catch," with the arrows written on it, reference the most powerful
Oh, it's
bomb
going to
attack.
you.
Go ahead.
I was reading a comment.
Okay, well, I have it if you want to pull it in, but can you just tell me what exactly? Okay, here's what I was going to
Well,
say about
that's
the
what I'm
roommate.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Candace, there's some people who were speaking out. He was somewhat didn't like how, and I do not know enough about what his stance on Israel or whatever that I don't know enough about that to even have a conversation. But he didn't like how things was being handled, and
Who?
so Charlie didn't.
Okay.
People wanted him to have certain guests and wouldn't let him have certain guests. And she's speaking out about it. She's got proof, she said, for all of it, and she's going to put it out. Yes, yes. We'll grab the link. Charlie's opinions is yes. Candace believes
Okay.
that Charlie's opinions on Israel was changing. Thank you, sweet.
Okay. So here is the link for anyone who wants to watch it. I mean, we can pull it in and we can start watching it. There it is. Oh, that came up as you.
Yeah, see how see. Remember, I told you that when I was on
Yeah,
Diane's. It yeah.
that was
Um.
me that did that.
So
Okay.
that's where she stands. Tyler even said those messages that his partner that he would laugh if the police took those statements seriously because they were memes. He he said it's going to be funny. I don't did well. Okay, well, okay, they're memes. Still killed him. Still killed a man. There you
Well,
are now. I see your name.
yeah. So if I do it on the YouTube side, it'll come up my name. But if it does it on the
Yeah.
StreamYard, it's your name. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Hmm.
So, but here's the thing with the boyfriend or Lance.
Mhm.
Are we thinking, or are people thinking that somehow Lance was more involved, and that maybe that he should come up on charges?
I think you should. If they can prove if he was more involved, absolutely. If I tell you, hey, I'm going to rob a bank, and you don't call and warn the bank, I go and rob the bank and I shoot somebody that works there, but you knew I was going and you knew I had a gun and you knew, are you not almost as guilty, just as guilty as I am?
Yeah, for sure. But but have they proven that? Is my question.
No, 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 no. I said if they prove it. If
Okay.
there's something up that, in my opinion, that okay, he climbed up there. Nobody saw him. He was up there for how long? But maybe the FBI is taking their time for a reason. They might be, Ash. They might be. I just think that there's something going on. Like, I don't think that because they said there was an unnatural amount of visitors at Lance and why can I not? I can think of Lance, but not the Tyler's.
Tyler.
That
Tyler.
an unusual amount of different vehicles at their house.
I heard about the Discord thing that they
They
had this whole thing planned out in a Discord, I guess.
Yeah, but well, they contacted Discord. They went back and pulled all the records. Hey, Foodie Wife Life, and none of that was true. That was just stuff that
I thought it
he
was
didn't.
deleted.
I thought they said it was never put in there.
Okay. All right.
I thought I heard that. I'm pretty sure I heard that. Hey, he man.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you. I'm telling you what I've heard too. Like and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
I
scary
heard the
part is
same
that
thing.
there's different, stuff being put out, I guess. I don't know. But anyway,
Candace was.
if the people in the Discord, if that did happen and they can prove that it happened, then those people should also be held accountable, yeah?
Oh, yes, yes. If it was, yeah, absolutely. Country apart when things stated on the bullets were memes. Well, but we don't just post memes for no reason, Evelyn. I mean, if he according to his dad, Tyler said, I'm sick of all his hate, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of that. He obviously thought that Charlie was a fascist. The neighbors then said that unusual, dadgummit, StreamYards, cars in the driveway that didn't have a driveway and were at that townhome.
No,
Yeah.
at that townhouse. So the neighbors said that there were a bunch of different cars in the driveway, but that townhouse doesn't even have a driveway.
I don't know.
The old guy who claimed to be the shooter was arrested
For
for
CP. Yep.
really?
They found it on his phone.
Oh my gosh.
But tell me that it's
He's
hard
also
to
being charged with obstruction of justice, I think.
because I think somehow if they go back and get his vehicle, even though there wasn't a driveway, they're going to find out his car was in some side of the road or something. Because why would all the cops immediately flocked to him. He's yelling, I did it. I did it.
Yeah.
That was so,
That's why he's being charged with obstruction of justice as well.
yeah, it was definitely a deflection. I don't know why. I don't
Why
know.
would he do that? Especially he's got CP on his phone, dumbass. Why would he do
Well,
that?
and then, yeah. And then, of course, they wanted to see his phone. He's like, nah, you don't need my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Thank
Don't you
God.
dare, Tracy. Don't you dare sick her on us. I don't understand why in the world you keep trying to reason with her. I don't get it, man.
We had a conversation about you. We're like, I don't get it.
I don't get
You
it.
cannot. You take this piece of candy and talk to it. You'll get a better result. You can at least chew it up at the end. He said he was the shooter to give the actual shooter time to get away. He was a decoy. Thank you.
Okay. So, well, I didn't know that's where you were going with it. See, you got to tell me what the conspiracy is. I still don't even know.
I just think there's so many. I just think that I don't know if now because Candace, she's got my head going, "Shoo." Like,
Well, let's watch some of her videos so I can understand why.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Because God help me, I don't understand.
Not a decoy Maloon. I don't know what a Maloon is.
Me either.
No,
how
like,
do
yeah,
I-
no, I did it. No, I did it. Right. Oh, a loon. I'm sitting here trying to, I got to Google Maloon. Fascinated with the human brain and how it works. Me too. I've been there. Ask Wendy. I've been right in the secret.
I'm fascinated with the human brain and how it works, Tracy. That's me. I am, okay? 30 years of my life dedicated to child behavior and behavior analysis. I'm fascinated with that. Corey is a lost cause.
Well, now I too wanted to that's why I thought, well, I'm gonna write Charles Manson and get in his head, but I didn't because Jim said he would get in my head because I'm easy. Shut up.
It's easy to get into.
Easy to get in here, just like Candace Owens is in here, and I'm like, you know what? We are not gonna let this go if the government had something.
All right, so thankfully she's timestamped this, which is beautiful. Thank you, Candace Owens. So let's look at her timestamps.
Okay.
She's talking about George Zinn, the decoy update. The indictment is released, which we heard all that yesterday, so we can skip that. Lance Twig's family reaches out. Charlie's donor pressure, and then comments. So should we start with the George Zinn decoy part?
We can, but if you listen to her exchange of where the cops are, the indictment, because she's saying there's no timestamps of when this like they're not giving any kind of timeline of when they were texting each other, and they live together. So why are you doing that? I don't get it.
Well, maybe there are timestamps. It's just they weren't released in during the conference, or, during the press conference yesterday or whatever.
Well, and that could be true. She just wants them released because they released the other timestamps. If you listen, very close with Charlie, because they said, oh, at this time he changed clothes, and at this time he changed clothes again.
Yes, they did. They had a whole timeline.
But the text messages, no timeline.
But maybe they have the timeline. They just didn't. Ow! I just bit my tongue. Ow! Oh, that hurt. Maybe they have a timeline. They just didn't put it out.
But why? Yeah, but why would I don't understand why they didn't put it out? Because if they want a timeline, because they obviously read all his private messages, so now his lawyer can say he can't get a fair trial.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking, how in the world are they going to get him a fair trial if they're putting all this stuff out?
Be extreme left at times, so being friends with Charlie is questionable. I say I didn't know that she was left at all. I don't know where Charlie was before the shooting. I knew that he was having a tour, but I didn't know. I didn't know where he was going. I wasn't that up close, like.
All right. Do you want me to play this or not?
Oh, I think she's flipping a little bit. She's mad at Trump too. Yeah, let's play it.
Let's start with some major updates regarding the Charlie Kirk case. First and foremost, what always stood out to us about this shooting was Decoy Boy, right? We're all on social media. We all watch the news. We have all, whether we wanted to or not, witnessed, thanks to social media and the news, a lot of shootings, whether it's gang related or otherwise. And I have to say, I don't know if I'm the only one, never in my entire life have I seen a situation when a shooting happens and then somebody completely unrelated to the shooting that just happened jumps up and down and says that they did it and gets arrested for saying that they did it, implying that they did it. Well, for whatever reason, George Zinn, who is a 71-year-old man, was moved to do that, right? Instantly. Charlie Kirk gets shot. Suddenly, the 71-year-old man jumps up and creates what is obviously some sort of a distraction. Okay,
Yeah,
we
and
have
start
eyes that can
saying,
see that.
"Shoot
That's
me,
not
shoot
normal.
me."
He creates a distraction.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And he starts yelling, "Shoot me." We got to make sure we give commentary because
Okay. Yes, I
I'm
know.
nervous, bud. I'm nervous.
No, I know, but I wanted her to at least finish the sentence before I gave any commentary.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, but yes, we definitely can give content or commentary, of course.
Content.
Commentary. Sorry.
Distraction. So let's just take a look at this clip of him being arrested in the aftermath of the shooting.
I have to say,
Well, now it's about to get even stranger
it's
because
not lost on me.
since he's been arrested, he's now facing charges.
That he's at a college campus. There's CP on his phone, and his pants are down around his ankles.
His pants were down around his ankles?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
they were. They were dragging him, and his pants was down.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, that was his first one, Charlie.
Charges of obstruction of justice because he didn't do it, right? Why would you do that? Why would you obstruct justice in this manner? And now, in addition to those charges, we learn that he's been harboring images of child abuse. Okay, he has kiddie porn. This is the headline. I can't make this up. Man arrested for allegedly faking a confession to Charlie Kirk's killing. George Zinn, accused of obstructing justice, was also booked in connection with images on his cell phone related to child abuse. Okay. So we learn from this article that after being arrested, the 71-year-old man for this second-degree felony, which is obstruction of justice, he was also, when the police had approached him, he was being weird about giving them his cell phone. Okay, so they took him into custody. They treated him for medical conditions.
We can go to where they were talking about where she is talking about the arrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
What arrest? We're at the indictment?
The indictment, yeah. The indictment.
Okay.
Not the arrest.
Okay.
Robinson hid the gun. They're going to get into that. Discarded this investigation. But let's just take us through this indictment. I think it's important for us to go through it so that we can see the setup here of what took place on September 10th. Now, first, they provide basically an overview in this indictment. It's a probable cause statement. They tell us that basically after 33 hours, they really love saying it, 33 hours. I don't know why they keep signaling that to us. On September 11, 2025, when Tyler James Robinson surrendered to police at Washington County Sheriff's Office. That was when it happened. They found DNA consistent with Robinson on the rifle trigger. After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun. They're going to get into that. Discarded the clothing that he was wearing when he fired the rifle, and he told his lover/roommate to delete incriminating text messages and not to speak with police. And also, they will be charging him count 6 because children were present at the time of the shooting. Okay. Now, to get through this, we are told that the suspect, after this shooting took place, that there was a police officer who immediately looked upward and realized he had heard the sign of a rifle, knew that it was obviously coming from the rooftops. They then began crawling through the footage, to see what had happened. They tell us that this discovery led to an intensive review. Let me go actually back up to this paragraph. Police reviewed surveillance from the camera that was covering the roof and discovered that it recorded an individual that was dressed in dark clothing who had crossed the railing from the public walkway and dropped onto the roof at approximately 12:15 p.m. Now, just to very quickly, I'm going to just tell you, according to our timeline, we know that Charlie gets shot at 12:23 p.m. So they're now telling us that he was on that roof.
Hang on, I'm going to screenshot that.
Okay. Because you're gonna fall down. You're gonna do the timeline. I bet. Ow.
Well, it might be something we want to refer back to at some point, so it's good to have it.
In Mac Attack, I can't imagine either having to turn my own child. I cannot imagine. But this text message exchange sounds so weird. I'm worried about my grandpa and the gun, and what am I going to do? And you're not what? Why are you? There's something up. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, both sides. I mean, golly, his wife and kids, and then this kid, this 22-year-old. We were saying the other day, his brain's not even developed. Like, what is?
Right.
And I think I think he's 22.
Crazy.
Yeah, sweet. It's babies.
Roof since 12:15 p.m. So he's setting up that shot, we can assume, for about 8 minutes. Okay. It goes on, although the individual moved out of the camera's view for a short time, the camera again captured the individual running across the roof and then low crawling to the area that the officer had recognized as where the suspected sniper had dropped into a prone shooting position. After a short time, which matches the known time of the shot, the individual arose and then ran across the roof to the northeast. So nothing in here implies that he had, taken apart the shotgun. That just seems to be now removed from the narrative altogether. It goes on to read that this discovery led to an intensive review.
Yeah, because remember at first they said that the gun was taken apart.
Well, didn't Tyler say that in his messages? I thought he said something like that in his messages with Lance. Something about the gun.
Oh, I think he said I left it. No, he got very, very specific in those text messages and said I wrapped it up in a towel.
Mm-hmm. And left it under this bush or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, come on. There's something up. I'm telling you. We'll never know. I bet you we'll never know. But am I going to text you and say, okay, I just shot so-and-so. I took the gun, wrapped it up in a towel, left it under the third bush. If you get to the bush where the cow's standing, you've went too far. Turn around.
I mean, yeah, why would you do that? I mean, you're just begging to be caught at that point.
Right. Charlie, I would absolutely have to turn in my kid. It would break my soul.
And if you don't think that the FBI or anybody else is going to be able to get those messages, then clearly you haven't watched a court case in the last 10 years.
Me? I know they can get those. Oh yeah, I would never.
Not you.
Yeah,
you.
Yeah. Not.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously someone's going to get those messages, so you're begging to be captured at that point.
Right. You want to be caught. You even told which gun, how much you paid for the scope.
It was your grandfather's gun, I remember you said.
Mm-hmm.
Dad even asked for a picture of it, which confirms that part of the story.
He's texting me now, but I'm not going to. No, he's calling and
Yeah,
I'm not going to answer. That's an odd text.
Well, no, because Dad did call and he didn't answer. That was true. That happened.
It did happen. But I get calls several times and don't answer them. I don't announce it to anybody. I've never texted anybody and said, by the way, Jim's calling right now, but I'm not answering. 100% conspiracy. Thank you.
Conspiracy of what though? I guess I still don't know.
He was pressured to back off on questioning Israel's decisions.
Wait, what is the conspiracy though? That more people were involved?
Yes.
So are you thinking that he's messaging Lance because he wants Lance to get caught?
No, I'm thinking that he had planned this, possibly did put it in a Discord, possibly the government did see it and let it happen. allegedly.
Oh. Wow, you went all the way there with that conspiracy. Okay, okay. So
Or
you're
not. I don't know, but it just doesn't seem right.
is that where Candace is going to? Is that what she thinks?
She doesn't say that. So I'm probably, if I get shot, y'all know why. But the she doesn't say that, but she does say that, there's people who are lying, saying that, oh, I've lost my friend. We had this great conversation when it wasn't true. They were getting him to. They wanted him to change his mind and change his stance. Like he didn't agree with the way things were being done, and he didn't want to go against his morals and say that he did agree with it.
How do you not have a tinfoil hat in your all right, we got to work on your
I
icons
just
too.
okay. I'm just saying something seems off.
Candace is hinting that she believes Israel is involved. Okay.
Okay, I'm not willing to go that far. Look,
Look,
because
listen, I just don't even I listen, I'm being for real. I didn't even understand what the conspiracy was. So I
no,
need it to me in 10 words or less. What conspiracy are you talking about? That
I don't
helps,
think it was
Evelyn. Thank you.
Israel. I think the government may have known that something. Hey, Lacey, that something was going to happen, and they possibly didn't stop it. That was a wide open shot. When somebody took a shot at Trump, not that Charlie Kirk was on the same level as Trump, but he had security. So the security's not watching up there to.
Well, and also he had a supposedly he had a vest on, a bulletproof vest.
See, now I have heard that, but I have not seen it confirmed anywhere that it was
I heard it. I don't know if that's true or not, honestly. I couldn't even tell you where I heard it from. Did you know most of Congress gets hold on, most of Congress gets money from Israel?
I
Holy
didn't know.
cow. No, see, I don't know any of this shit. And that's oh man.
I did know that, but that has nothing to do with it. You hear me, Israel? I please don't. I'm just
I heard about the hand signals, penny pincher. I did hear that. There was some weird hand signal that the security person gave. He could have been itching his ear. We don't know.
right because we see the hand signals when it's slowed down. So let's I have gave that guy a lot of benefit of the doubt because I make the same movements. Yeah, don't come for us. I might. What if my nose itched at the same time somebody shoots a gun? Then I'm going to be the one that's throwing signals. You slow it down, it looks like I'm doing all kinds of stuff. When I may have just my nose itched, I may have been scratching my ass. You never know.
Oh boy.
We're okay, Wendy. We're okay.
I'm
We're just
scared.
gonna.
Okay. I
We.
hate this shit. I hate this shit so much. I hate it.
I love this because I don't
No.
have a strong opinion either
No,
way.
I
I
hate
don't.
it because it makes me feel like I can't trust people that I'm supposed to be able to trust.
What the
That
government? Let me give
whoever.
you a hint. Don't ever trust the government.
Oh my god.
That's like trusting the interrogation guy when he says, I think you're a good person who just made a bad decision. No, he don't.
No, he don't. Yeah, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Oh, I hate this. I like living under my pretty hat and in my little bubble, thinking that everybody's good, nobody's bad, and obviously I'm an idiot. So great.
Look, don't include me. Look, government, I do not agree with these lunatics.
Oh,
Oh, that's why we're not giving our real names. I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and that's my other brother Daryl.
all right. Shall I keep playing this or what?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Of UVU surveillance recordings to attempt to track and identify the suspect. Surveillance revealed the following: that at approximately 11:51 a.m., the suspect had entered campus from the north. He is wearing a black shirt with an American flag. In its center, a dark baseball cap, large sunglasses. Throughout the surveillance, the suspect keeps his head down and rarely raises his head enough to get a clear image of his face. As he proceeds across the campus, he is seen walking with an unusual gait. The suspect walks with very little bending in his right leg, consistent with a rifle being hidden in his pants. This unusual gait continues until the suspect is seen crossing the railing off the open walkway and onto the roof, where he leaves the camera's view. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is they've only sent us screenshots.
Let's get this straight. There was how many thousand people there, and nobody noticed the dude with a shotgun in his pants, or a rifle in his pants, couldn't bend his leg because of it, and didn't notice him scaling up the building. So that's what we have to believe.
Okay.
We have to believe Spider-Man came and he just
Hey, don't you be talking about my Spider-Man. He's a good boy.
He is.
Right? We've only seen a picture of him coming up the staircase. It looked to me like both his legs were bending. I don't see why they don't just release. Why don't they just release this fully so we can make sure that this is the same
wait.
person?
Look at his. Okay, you don't see something right here? And I think there's a phone right in here.
Hold on, I gotta take my glasses off because I'm blind. I'm old. Yeah. You see, one leg is straight, one's bent.
Well, here they're both kind of bent.
Well,
But
one's bent more, but I don't
know. She's saying they won't release these pictures?
Well, they're released, ain't they? We're looking at, maybe there's more pictures they're not released.
Here, well, let me bump it back and hear what she says.
I don't see why they don't just release. Why don't they just release this fully so we can make sure that this is the same person that we see walking across with a limp, right?
So I guess there must be more images somewhere. Well, they got to say something for trial. Honestly, this can't be tried in the court of public opinion. This has to be on, in front of a jury.
Well, you're not
right.
You're not. You're not wrong. But I mean,
if they release all this stuff ahead of time, then he's going to have no fair trial.
But if they can release, hey, he was walking with a limp, it seems like if they can say it, they can show it.
Well, they're giving you these 3 pictures. Why do they have to give us everything?
You're right. I clearly see these pictures. He's limping.
Well, he's climbing stairs in all of them. So it's like he's not even on the flat ground. So it's hard to know if he's limping or not.
Yeah. And I mean, and you can climb. There's an actual video before the shooting, and it said that Tyler had a stiff leg. See,
that's
Evelyn,
what I thought. That's what I saw too. Or I heard about that.
I thought I saw that, but I don't want to.
I haven't seen a video of that, but I've heard that there's a video of that. And that is that how Dad recognized him?
I think so, yeah. And then I guess they showed a picture of the gun, and he recognized the gun too.
Yes, Dad definitely recognized the gun because that's when he started calling and asking for a picture of the gun. Which, I'm sorry, that's not suspicious to anybody. Hey, son, remember that gun Grandpa gave you? Can I just get a picture of that real quick?
Right.
Dad knows.
And again, we believe that, and then we also have to believe that the guy limping scaled the wall, and nobody said, "Hey, look, there's."
He scaled a wall, or did he walk upstairs?
I don't know. I picture him scaling the wall. Maybe he used the stairs like a regular person, but for some reason, I pictured him scaling a wall.
Well, did she say that?
I don't think she said that.
Okay.
I don't need to add to.
Yes, please, let's not.
Yeah. Wendy's like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, oh,
my head already hurts. I'm already scared we're going to lose our entire audience.
Yeah, we love y'all. And remember, we're not willing to die on any hill.
We sound like crazy people. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't even spit out what I think because my mind is going like a mile a minute. What if?
All right, let's keep going.
Footage which was provided by TMZ. Also, you will notice that nowhere in this indictment as we go on are they going to mention which Governor Cox spoke about. Like, first, he came in a different outfit. Remember, Governor Cox said he's wearing the light shorts and maroon shirts. The implication here being that maybe he came to come scout things, to check things out. At first, this is him, but then he comes back in the black outfit. This is missing from the indictment, and I'm wondering why. What is the explanation for that? That would be a part of it if you were scouting the shooting. Now they're just like, let's jump into the guy that is wearing black, and we're not going to give you footage. We're going to tell you that this is him, and you can assume that he slowly walked up this staircase and was obscuring his face from view. Okay. Then it tells us that a camera later captures the suspect as he runs across the roof. He gets into the shooting position, and then immediately after the shot was fired, we know that he runs across carrying an item whose shape is consistent with a rifle. The suspect is then seen climbing down the roof. He appears to drop the item that he was carrying as he hits the ground in a controlled fall. He then picks up the item and runs toward the northeast end of the campus. It tells us that's how they then expand toward the northeast end of the campus. It tells us that's how they then expand their crime scene investigation. They followed his escape path to the northeast end of the campus, where they believe the suspect left campus and entered a wooded area. In that wooded area, investigators found a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel. So again, there was no disassembly. It's wrapped
There he
in a
is,
towel.
climbing the wind. There he is, climbing the building.
Is he climbing it?
Well, he's going down from it. Look.
Presumably, that's how he covered it
That's
while he
why
was
I
running.
thought he scaled it. Nobody
Yeah.
saw that. Nobody saw it.
Well, there's nobody over there. All the
wonder,
people
is
are
this-
on this. Like, all the people aren't on this side.
But somebody did, while he was up there, video it and say, look, there's a guy on the roof. Remember? They showed that part.
And what does that mean to you?
Well, that really doesn't mean anything other than that's how we are into not paying attention to our surroundings. Because if he had said, hey, there's a guy up there loudly, maybe, just maybe.
Right. Maybe somebody could have stopped him.
Yeah. But TMZ, you know, look, I'm going to defend that a little bit because they were laughing, but they were laughing and then they got the news. Exactly, sweet. We are desensitized.
We are.
I mean,
it's sad.
I wonder where my mind would go if I was there. And maybe, but I'm old, you know, I would probably think that, but a kid probably wouldn't think that.
A kid wouldn't think what?
That there's no good that can come from this guy being on the roof. That's what I would think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, could maybe for a better view. I don't know. I can't think of a good reason for him to be up there, especially in this day and age. Lavender, you're not wrong. And I think that's where we are. We've been there for a while, I think, but.
Oh, you think so, Ash? Oh, that's sad. I don't. Buck stops here. The precise timelines, how they were laughing right when the announcement broke during the boring car chase. Okay, well, I believe everything. That's why we're here right now. Crouching seems to be a little suspicious. Yeah, I don't know if he was I don't know if he was crouching when they saw him, but it seems like that somebody would have said, "Hey, dude on the roof."
Yeah, I mean, you'd think if someone saw it, they would have pointed that out.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
The rifle contained 1 spent round and 3 unspent rounds. This is consistent with the facts officers observed at the time of and immediately after the shooting. There were no shell casings that were found on the roof, suggesting a bolt action rather than an auto-loading weapon, and only a single round was fired. Okay. Then they tell us what was actually inscribed. And these are essentially memes. Hey, fascist, catch, says one on one cartridge. You've got notices bulge. What's this on another cartridge? Oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow, Chow on a third cartridge. And on the fourth cartridge, it reads, if you read this, you are gay, LMAO. Okay, they detailed that. The rifle, the ammunition.
Okay, so I don't understand how those are memes. Maybe somebody can explain that to me maybe another time. You don't have to do it now, but
they say I guess you have to be a gamer to understand it, because I looked up Bella Chow and it meant sweet. I think it meant sweet death.
yeah, like beautiful goodbye, maybe something like that. That's what Bella and Chow means.
Oh,
Bella
yeah.
is beautiful and Chow is goodbye. So beautiful goodbye, maybe.
I thought it said beautiful. Maybe it was beautiful death is what my phone pulled up.
Well, chow doesn't mean death.
Maybe it did say goodbye. I don't know. I looked it up that day, the day when they released what was on there.
Well, let me look it up real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe it did say beautiful goodbye. I think I said it on our live stream, so I'll just have to. They're gamer memes. Oh,
It's an anti-fascist folk song with origins in the 19th century rice paddy laborers' work song.
yes.
The early versions focused on hardships of labor. It became an anthem of the Italian resistance during World War II, with lyrics about a partisan dying for freedom. The song has since spread globally, gaining recent popularity from the TV series Money Heist and being used as a rally cry for social and political movements worldwide. The song was adopted and re-lyricized by the partisans during the anti-fascist struggle against Mussolini's regime. This version tells the story of a partisan fighter who is dying and asked to be buried under a beautiful flower that symbolizes their fight for freedom. Bella Ciao is most widely recognized as the main anthem of the Italian anti-fascist resistance, and it continues to be sung on Liberation Day, April 25th. The song has become a symbol for various protests and social movements globally, resonating with people who are fighting for freedom and against oppression. It really means, the literal translation is goodbye beautiful or hello beautiful. Because they do say ciao for hello or goodbye. But obviously when you put those two words together, it means something very different. That's what the meme is, I guess. And I don't know what OWO is.
I don't either.
Let me look that up. Okay, so they're saying it could be an emoticon representing a cute, wide eye face.
See, that's what I read. That it was.
Yeah, the two O's are open, wide eyes, and the W signifies a small, cute mouth. Used to express cuteness, surprise, flirtation, and can be part of a cutesy or ironic writing style called Owo speak. The emoticon gained popularity in anime and furry subcultures, and later spread to mainstream meme culture. So that's how that is. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, thank you, Sabrina.
And did Tyler etch that stuff on there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, if you want to.
Ammunition rounds and the towel were then sent for forensic processing, and that the DNA was consistent with Robinson that was found on the trigger and other parts of the rifle, the fired cartridge casing, and 2 of the 3 unfired cartridges and the towel. Okay, they were able to immediately locate the shooter. They were unable, to immediately locate the shooter. So that's when they published the photos of the shooter from their surveillance, and they asked for the public's help. Now we're going to get a little bit more of a narrative change, right? They tell us that as they continued their investigation on September 11th, Tyler James Robinson then walked into the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and he's accompanied by his parents and a family friend to turn himself in. Okay. Now, again, he didn't confess yet, but he's here to turn himself in. Robinson's mother stated the following to police, that on September 11th, the day after the shooting, she saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought that the shooter looked like her son. She then called her son and asked him where he was.
Mother? All this time I thought it was dad.
I thought it was too. And they're about to get into the text. And I want y'all to take note now. He supposedly texted and said, to Lance, Don't give any interviews, and if they hound you or try to question you, get an attorney. But guess who? He gives that advice, but he doesn't get an attorney. He didn't have one yesterday.
Correct. He did not have one.
No, that doesn't.
Okay.
I just.
So mother calls son, asked him where he was. He said he was homesick, that he'd also been homesick on September 10th. Robinson's mother expressed concern to her husband that the suspected shooter looked like Robinson. Robinson's father agreed. So that's how dad gets involved.
Mm-hmm.
He was at home sick, and that he had also been homesick on yesterday, September 10th, when the shooting occurred. Robinson's mother expressed concern to her husband that the suspected shooter looked like Robinson. So she's calling her husband and she's going, hey, this kind of looks like our son. And then his father agrees that looks like their son. So Robinson's mother explained to the officers that over the last year or so, Robinson had become increasingly more political. He had started to lean more left. He was becoming more pro-gay and more trans-right oriented. That Robinson began to date his roommate, which is a biological male who was transitioning genders. We're going to get to him in a second. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding this event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him that surveillance image of a suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that the police had suspected the shooter had used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. And as a result, he then contacts his son and asks him to send a photo of the rifle that was gifted to him. Robinson did not respond to that. However, Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Tyler at that moment, and Tyler implied that he planned to take his own life. Now, his parents were then able to convince him to meet at their home, not to do that. And as they discussed the situation,
I can't even imagine.
Mm-mm.
I can't even imagine.
No, I can't. Having to confront, hey, I saw you on the news.
Having to convince him not to hurt himself and just come home.
Yes.
Turn himself in. I don't even. I can't even imagine. It's
But
horrible.
Evelyn, but you listen to the timeline. They're saying this happened on the 11th, which this would be a day after. So if he was still at the crime scene, where he supposedly was still at the crime scene, saying my dad is asking for pictures of the gun, that's what doesn't make sense. It doesn't
Right.
make sense.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I feel like this is different because I thought that he didn't answer the phone. He told Lance that he wasn't going to answer the phone
Yeah.
when dad called. This says he did answer the phone. And I thought all of this happened on the day of the shooting.
This
But
right here is September 11th.
Right.
Remember
She's presenting this as the day after, right?
Mhm. Yes.
So that's weird.
He said, right, because Tyler said he was still at the crime scene, that he said that in those supposed text messages that were just so laid out. And I can't,
Do you mean like somebody else sent those messages, or do you think Tyler actually sent those messages?
I would think maybe somebody possibly fabricated those messages to make it look like a complete confession. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. Like I shot him. I had it. Hey, by the way, I had a chance to shoot Charlie Kirk, and I I have a chance. Okay, I think it said I have a chance, and I took it, or something like that. Like it spoke in present and past tense in the same sentence, and I think she goes over these. His parents say that, no, his parents, they've never said that he confessed to them. The parents haven't said that, and he has not given a confession. Look, I'm just picking it apart right now, Evelyn.
Okay, let's keep going.
situation, Robinson implied is the word
If
they
you
use
want to
here,
read it,
that he was the
instead of
shooter,
listening, we can do
and
that.
stated that he could not.
Say that again.
If you want to read it instead of listening to her, we can.
I mean, she's reading it, so it's fine. Let her do it.
All right.
but I tried to blow it up so that people can see it. I can't really get it much bigger than this, unfortunately, but hopefully people can see it.
Yeah.
To go to jail and that he just wanted to end things. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained that there was too much evil and that this guy, Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate. They talked about
Well, there
Robinson
is a confession.
turning himself in, and
That is a confession.
Yeah. I mean, it really is wrapped in. I mean, when you think about it, it is wrapped up and tied nicely with a little bow. This whole thing, it's really
Yeah.
open and shut.
Yeah.
they convinced Robinson to speak with a family friend who happens to be a retired deputy sheriff. And at Robinson's father's request, the family friend met with Robinson and his parents, and they convinced Robinson to turn himself in. Okay. Again, he did not confess, but he turned himself in. And they then detail that they tell him, hey, look, also bring in any clothes that you used because you don't want the police to then have to search the property.
I mean, she says that he didn't confess, but he did say that Dad asked him, why did you do it? And he said, because this guy spreads too much hate.
Well, he
That's
didn't
not a
confess.
confession?
He didn't confess to the police, I guess. He confessed to his dad. And I think you can't go by a confession to somebody else. You have to confess it yourself.
Right. And I think they make you write it down too.
Yeah. Yeah, because, the dad said, because the dad it's hearsay. He said he did it because.
Right.
Property of your parents. So anything that you use, you need to bring over. Okay. That doesn't exactly make sense because Robinson is living with his trans boyfriend, but that is apparently Robinson replies that at that moment that he had disposed of clothes in different area. So they're looking into that. Okay. Now we're getting to the roommate portion, which is very interesting to me. And I will tell you why. It's interesting to me because I obviously have had a lot of tips. I've had a lot of conversations with people that knew both of these individuals. When I say both, I'm referring to Tyler Robinson, who is being indicted, but also his boyfriend, who has not been indicted. And the conversation that I am having is that Tyler's classmates and the neighborhood are very shocked that Tyler would be first and foremost involved in this at all. So right away, they told me, no way, this guy is wearing the same outfit from 33 hours ago because he was very tidy. He sort of kept to himself, but he worked with his hands and he was kind of a good person. There were no signs here. Like this appears to them to be like, this is a very good family and that there were certain narratives out there that didn't make sense to them. If they could not
I think that's
compute
going
them as
too
it
far.
pertains.
Like if you assassinated somebody, the last thing you're probably going to worry about is a shower.
I mean, right. And the best evidence is that he was neat and tidy. I mean, what?
Right. I mean, a lot of people said that, Jeffrey Dahmer was a good kid. Come on. I mean,
Yeah.
you really can't go
sorry.
by that. But
That's not enough to raise any suspicions for me.
But the way this is reading, and I haven't heard anybody say, where did he stay that night? Where did he stay the night of the 10th?
Yeah, this is bizarre to me because I thought everything happened on the 10th. I thought they even took him into custody on the 10th.
No,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't know that or why I didn't realize that. So where did he sleep? That's a great question. Where did he sleep?
They make it out like he slept in the woods because there's a whole gap of time. For your grandma.
And nobody was looking for him?
Right. Even though they had pictures and all that.
Well, even if they didn't have pictures, where's my son? Where did he go? Where's my boyfriend? Why isn't he home today?
Yeah. Or did he go home? And if his home was at the boyfriend's, then why didn't he, or at their place, because they lived together a year, why would they say, oh, we're going to have to search your parents' house when he didn't live there? The gun didn't come from there. It came from his house. That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear
that's the conspiracy. That's why you're like, brrr. Yeah.
Well, let's hear what she has to say about Lance.
To Tyler Robinson, okay? And they're saying there's no way if like they're not saying he couldn't have been involved. I very, very much want to be clear. I believe that Tyler Robinson was involved on the basis of this evidence, but rather that there's no way he could have acted alone, that this had to be a part of some wider plot, okay? And when I'm speaking to people that are close to this situation, what they are shocked about is the fact that only Tyler could have been arrested because it's a different perspective when it comes to Tyler's trans boyfriend. Okay. Tyler's trans boyfriend's name is Lance Twiggs. And they are very shocked. In fact, the people that are intimately.
Do they have to pick a picture where the person looks like a whole ass serial killer?
We talked about this yesterday. Now I'm scared to take because they have called this poor guy a furry and everything else. But look, I have those pajamas.
Listen, furry doesn't bother me. I know you're going to think this is weird. I know some furries. I know some people that do that. They don't do the crazy stuff, although I know that crazy stuff happens. They're normal people. They're just fun. They play in their little animal, and some of their costumes are pretty intricate. They're pretty amazing. They make them themselves, a lot of them, and they're pretty, pretty cool. But I do know that some crazy stuff does happen. I do know that, but
I don't know what happens. I just know that they're saying that about him, and this could be pajamas. You don't know. So, and I am wondering now what Wendy does when we're not around. I'm just saying.
I'm a furry. My name is Apple.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm not a furry.
I'm just saying this might be a regular picture. He took a selfie. Wearing his pajamas, and they've labeled him. I'm very concerned.
Obviously I was raised in a different era, because I was raised that you smile when you're getting your picture taken, or when you take one yourself.
But let's read this comment, because Charlie Kirk was pushing for the release of the Epstein files. This is, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this has got me. And that's why Candace is concerned, because I think Candace, who was a big Trump supporter, has pulled her support now because the files haven't been released. Oh, and because even though Trump was supposed to be good friends with Charlie Kirk, and the vice president was best friends with Charlie Kirk, Trump didn't go to his memorial. He went golfing, allegedly.
I am not a furry. Oh God.
Hey,
I'm never getting out of that.
I stand behind what goes on in the lives of others. Ain't none of my business. And I still love you.
Oh my God.
But if you want me to meow, I will. Just let me know.
I am not a furry. I'm not a furry. I just happen to know some. They're much younger than me. I am not a furry. But anyway. I can't with this. All right, let's keep going. This picture is terrifying, but whatever.
I don't think it
Tyler's
is.
trans boyfriend's name is Lance Twiggs. And they are very shocked. In fact, the people that are intimately involved in the situation are saying, we thought he was definitely going to get charged, because apparently, and again, I'm going to say this, allegedly, he had been arrested or taken in on the same day. Now, the media narrative is that guy was being really cooperative. He had nothing to do with anything. Okay, we're going to go through that. And again, I'm going to tell you what his family is saying. I'm referring now to Lance Twiggs. Let's get to what the indictment tells us about him. Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that he had received messages from Tyler Robinson about the shooting, and he provided those messages to police. And then it goes on, describing those messages. On September 10th, 2025. Oh, wait, they're not telling us the time. I don't like that. I hope that's just you forgot, but I need to know exactly when you're saying these messages were sent, okay? Because I need to fit them into my timeline, okay? Clearly, on the basis of what I'm about to read, these messages had to have gone out after Charlie Kirk was shot, if I'm using my context clues, my Blues clues to put things together. But they're not clear here. They just say on September 10th, 2025, no time given, the roommate received a text message from Robinson, which said, quote, drop what you are doing and look under my keyboard. The roommate, Lance, then looks under his keyboard and he finds a note that states, quote, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. The structure of that is weird. I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. Okay.
Okay, so what's bothering you about that is the present tense and the past tense?
Yeah. And what was the response? Because if he happened to say, like, okay, so maybe he used a wrong word, like I have the chance, and it auto-corrected to I had the chance. Maybe, that can happen. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
But but even though have usually for some reason autocorrects to gave, but whatever.
True, it does.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
But
Well, I mean, and his hands could have been shaking because he was about to murder somebody.
true. But did Lance say no? Don't do that.
Yes.
What was Lance's response? No,
Well,
I think his
let's find
response
out.
was that you? Go ahead.
Okay, let's find out because I thought he did say something kind of like I don't know. Let's listen and find out.
That's just structurally, that's not proper English. Okay. It's either I have, okay, or I had, past tense. Again, not clear. Police found a photograph of this note and the following text exchange then took place. After reading that note, the roommate texts Tyler and he says, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson writes, "I'm still okay, my love, but I am stuck in a REM for a little while longer yet.
This
Shouldn't be
makes
long
no
until I can come
sense.
home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." The roommate replies, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson replies, "I am. I'm sorry." The roommate replies, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson replies, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude that interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle still lingering." The roommate says,
Okay, so based on what he's saying, it's later in the day on the 10th. Because they've already had time to lock down that side of town. They've already had time, you know what I mean? They've already grabbed the guy.
What are they not showing us? Because something is skipped.
What skipped?
Oh, let me see if I can see it. All right, I will. Okay, go up just a little bit.
There's nothing up there.
Am I reading the note? The roommate was, "What? You're joking?" And Robinson says, "Okay." He says, "What? You're joking, right?" And Robinson said, I'm still okay, my love, and I'm stuck in REM for a little while longer." What?
I don't know what
That's his
I don't know what OREM means. I don't know what that is.
That was the town that somebody tells her. That's the town that they were in, I think.
Okay, for a little while longer yet.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm still okay, my love. So because he said, "What? You're joking, right?" So we just expect that the answer should be something like, "No, I'm not joking. I'm serious. I did this." And instead he just says, I'm okay. I'm stuck in OREM for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be
But
long till I can come home.
no, he said, "I am still okay." So that means I'm still okay. That's an answer to, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." And then it would be another thing, and he'd say, "Yeah, I'm still okay." You see what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah, I do.
He says everything else in a text. I'm telling you, this, yes, it's like a script. If that was his actual response and they didn't cut something out, that's a script. Or we need to know what was cut out. What was cut out between there, and why was it cut out?
Is it possible that they cut some stuff out because, again, it's evidence that they want to use?
Yeah, but that maybe they should say we cut some stuff out so people won't lose their mind and think, "Hey, this doesn't make sense whatsoever." What is he answering? What? And I know I've answered texts, but they've showed the whole text, Tammy, and that's not a response to anything that Lance has written that I've seen, because his only response is, "What? Was that you?" I thought, I mean, then he goes on to say, after he says, "I'm still okay, I have to stay here, da 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 da," I thought they caught the guy. And then let's put it out there, no, that was just a crazy old man who confessed for no reason
Well, wait though.
whatsoever.
He says you weren't the one who did it, right? And he says, "I am. I'm sorry."
After, "I'm still okay, my love."
I know, but he confesses it right here. And
Yes, he does
this all seems to
confess
be in
it. I'm
order.
just saying this. Well, okay, all right. I think there's something missing here, but maybe it's evidence.
There could be something missing, absolutely, and there's no timestamps.
And there's
Which
a long
seems
gap. So that may be some white out there. There's 0 timestamps to know what time these were sent, how long after the shooting, and there's no specifics of where. Okay, he was in that town, and he must have spent the night there because nobody's saying where he stayed on the 10th.
Yeah, so far nobody has.
Mm-mm.
Let's see what else happens.
Why? Robinson says, why did I do it? Roommate says, yeah. Robinson says, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved.
Yeah, no evidence except this big long text exchange. Stupid. Like what? What do you mean no evidence? This whole thing is going to be evidence.
Hey, Texas girl. What? No, right.
How does he not think that?
He knows because he's writing what he's being told to write. That's what I think. I don't know.
By who? Who's
hold
telling
on.
him to write this?
I don't know. I'm not. I haven't got it all figured out. I'm gonna have to get seriously, y'all. I'm about to get me some push pins and thread, and I'm gonna have a whole wall.
Here goes Randy.
Yes, because I'm going down it. But because I don't understand this text thread. I don't understand anything. I don't understand Lance saying, why in the world would you hurt Charlie Kirk? When we know that his family is saying, look, we don't speak to him because, you know how some families, unfortunately, do the whole, well, if you don't believe the way we believe, we're cutting you out.
And that's supposedly what happened with Lance and his parents.
Right. But
Yeah.
so Lance all of a sudden is like, oh, no. Why? Why would you hurt Charlie Kirk? Like they live together. They know each other. They love each other.
You'd think he would have known. He would know why.
They've had conversations about Charlie Kirk. My husband and I have had conversations about Charlie Kirk. So you're going to tell me these two haven't? Even though
and these questions are very leading. How long have you been planning this?
Right. Who? That makes no sense. How long have you been planning? I'm not going to ask you that. If I'm about to try to help the person I love hide a murder, I'm not going to. How long you been planning that for? In a text message.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Dr. Pepper is on the left. I wish I had one. But now I have water.
Your kidneys will thank you.
Yes, they will.
All right. Let's keep going.
Moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. The roommate says, how long have you been planning this? Robinson says, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, referring to the rifle, but there's a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson says, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle.
And no answer from the roommate about that.
No, he didn't say, don't go back. He just said, I'm just going to let you keep typing.
Right.
Vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits.
I'm out.
Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with.
I don't know if that had a serial number. It won't trace to me. It's going to trace to Grandpa. No biggie.
And his big concern is, how the fuck will I explain losing it to my old man? I think you're going to have bigger problems, sir, but all right.
Yeah. But in a child's mind, that is going to be your biggest concern. And as you could be right. As soon as he said, I shot Charlie Kirk, Lance may have said, oh, F you, I'm turning you in. I'm not going down with this ship. You know, that could definitely be something. Truly, it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's text missing, I'm telling you.
Well, look at the bottom. This goes to what you said earlier. He says, remember how I was engraving bullets?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that he's had these conversations with Lance.
Yes.
Lance knew he was engraving bullets.
I'm telling y'all, if Jim was over sitting beside me engraving bullets, I'm going to say, hey, Jim, why are you engraving bullets? Something's going on.
Yeah, that seems
he had to.
weird.
There's no way that Lance didn't know something was going to happen that day. If he wasn't involved, fine. I don't know. Well, I know, but
he's putting all of
22-year-old.
this evidence. I mean, all of this is evidence. The engraving of the bullets. All of this is securing his
Mhm.
conviction. That's what this is. All of it.
Oh,
He might as well be
absolutely.
writing out a confession. He might as well be.
Yes.
That's what this is. I mean, everything down to the serial number, not, going back to grandpa. You know what I mean? This might as well be a confession.
Right. Like, I can tell you where the gun came from and all of it. He
The
also tried
engraved
to avoid.
bullets, everything.
Yes, Warrior Grandma. Thank you. Thank you. He is very okay. Maybe he's going to take one. Maybe he's like, I'm not going to involve you. You're going to get off scot free because I love you. And mm, maybe that's why this looks so contrived, because they had a plan.
Well, if he was trying to save Lance, he probably shouldn't have written, remember how I was engraving bullets?
Right.
Like, now you've just implicated Lance's involvement now.
Yes. Yes. Because I'm telling you, nobody.
And then what that leads then is back to this question. How long have you been planning this? Sir, you watched him engrave bullets. I'd say a little bit before that. That's when he started planning this.
Mm-hmm.
Which you clearly know. So why are you asking him that?
And I want to see the bullets, because I mean, are these like you take your, excuse me, a pocket knife and or was it like worked on, like beautiful work? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's a confession in the killer's own words if it's text from him, like they say. But can they have these texts thrown out because of Ash? Do you think they can have these thrown out because the world has read them?
I don't know that the prosecutor. Well, it was the prosecutor that read them. The guy who's actually supposedly the guy that I don't know. Maybe I thought it was the guy that was trying the case, but maybe not. But he read. I don't know that he would have read all this if it would risk the case, because they really want this case to go
Yes.
all the way,
And
all the way to the death penalty.
Pammy, I 100% agree with you. This doesn't seem like a combo with both people in the know, but is that intentional? Sometimes the simplest answer is the answer.
Does that not seem suspicious to you? When with Tyler asking him, "Remember how I was engraving bullets?" Does that not seem suspicious to you, Pammy? Because that's really throwing me off.
We need red flags. Where's our red flags? That's a flag, y'all. Red.
I should probably screenshot this too while I'm here. Let me grab it real quick. Please hold.
That's a red, yes. That's definitely a red flag. Remember when we were sitting there watching Netflix and I was engraving bullets?
I mean, right? Does that not seem a little strange to anybody else?
Well, if I was Lance, I would have wrote back, I don't remember seeing you engrave bullets.
What bullets? What? Yeah, no.
I was like, who is this? Yeah, why are you texting me?
No Lance here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Chinese laundry. I don't know. Like anything.
Right. Did you want pepperonis on your pizza? What are you doing?
You got the wrong number, son. I don't know who you're looking for, but it's not me.
Yeah.
All right.
But then, notice here, Lance doesn't answer. This is it, ain't it?
Well, I don't know. This is only page 8. We'll see how far it goes.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel.
Too specific, sir.
You're worried about explaining losing the rifle to your father. Not worried that you left the rifle and therefore it's obviously going to be found out. Like the only thing that you left was the murder weapon. This is weird. This chain is weird to me. It's weird to me that we don't know what time. I don't know what he means. Where is he stuck here, guys? Do you have a clue here? I'm stuck in a REM for a little while longer. It shouldn't be long until I can come home. Is that a typo? I should have asked you guys. Okay, that's the town. Okay, that's the town. I'm stuck here for a little while longer. It shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. So is this happening during lockdown? He tells him to check under and to see, check under quickly and see, and I took care of it, and he's where? And now he's giving him an accounting of exactly what's taken place, which means if this is right after and they're still in lockdown, he's monitoring the situation? Because this is going to give us a timeline, whether they tell us when these messages happened or not. The fact that he already knows that they grabbed some crazy old dude and that they also interrogated someone in similar clothing, we're going to be able to go back and plot exactly when that happened, or at least when the public was informed. Because this whole course.
That's what I said. That's what I said earlier. That just by him saying those things, it's giving an idea that it's later in the day on the 10th. And, because all of these things have already happened. They've already got everybody on lockdown. They've already grabbed this old guy.
Yep.
They're interrogating him. So, several things have happened. So it's later in the day on the 10th. Don't know where he ended up sleeping that night. Maybe he'll say, I don't know.
Because I don't think he does. And even though he says, I'll be home in a little bit, sweetie, or what, I think that's what he said. What if he gets assassinated? If he does,
Who? The roommate?
No.
Tyler. Yeah. Damn.
Correspondence is very strange to me. It's very strange to me. He then is even more explicit, talk about trying to cover your tracks, but then explicitly texting everything to your lover. He says, the only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a meme. If I see notices bulge on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Okay, so if this is our guy, we're not done. Let's finish. That really sucks. He's got to leave it.
Oh,
and then he says, judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I think that was a $2,000 scope. And then he does a winky face. And then he tells him, delete this exchange. And then Robinson says, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says, Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. So his dad's calling him. Okay, well, the dad, this is interesting. When is this text chain taking place? Okay, because we just.
Well, all we have to do is find the timestamp of when Dad called. That'll tell you when it's taking place.
The first time Dad called, because supposedly Dad didn't call till the 11th. By their time frame, Dad didn't call him until the 11th. Mom saw the picture on the 11th, and Dad called. These are on the 10th.
Are these messages here at the end where it says delete this exchange? My dad wants photos of the rifle. Maybe this could be on the 11th.
Well, maybe because there's not timestamps. Well, you're right, because they didn't put timestamps. It could be on the 11th. So
right. So maybe we rolled over into the next day because he's already going to turn himself in willingly. One of my neighbors is a deputy for sheriff, which means he's already talked to his dad.
Right. So
yeah.
that would be on the 11th.
So this
where did he stay that night?
Yeah, all of that is cut off. See these 3 dots above the Robinson? See these 3 dots?
Yes.
Okay, notice how between this Robinson and this Robinson, there aren't 3 dots. I believe that these 3 dots are indicating that there's messages missing there. That's what 3 dots means, right? It means yada, yada, yada. Now we're at delete this exchange. Dad wants photos of the rifle. Yada, yada, yada. Since Trump got into office, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to turn myself in.
Thanks for coming in, Texas girl. Go ahead.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Do you think you said they cut it out for evidence?
No, I'm saying that I believe these 3 dots right here indicate that there's messages missing to us.
Yeah.
They have them, but we don't have them yet. They haven't released them because those three dots aren't in every communication above Robinson. Like, see, this one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it because these are all in order. But there's stuff missing right here. There's something missing right here. And there's something missing right here. And I believe on the other page would be the same.
Or maybe they made a deal with Lance. Somebody said he could get immunity, and maybe he did because he turned all this over. He got immunity, and so they did.
Well, I'm not going to speculate as to why it's missing. I'm just saying that it's missing, and that's what those 3 dots indicate. What do you
Well,
guys think?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to solve a crime. So
All right,
allegedly, I'm speculating. I'm sorry. I should not speculate.
I mean, I don't know why they're missing. I just think that they're missing because those 3 dots, I think, indicate that. See, I mean, we skipped some time and now we're at delete this message or delete this exchange.
Yes.
So obviously we've skipped some time and then we skip more time down here too. So because they want this Trump thing in office. You know, since Trump got into office, my dad has been a pretty diehard MAGA. Skip some more. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. I mean, all of this has happened. He's been to his parents' house, threatened to take his own life, talked to the neighbor. Like, there's stuff happening in between those
And
messages.
see, to me, that seems suspicious. Like in the middle of this year, all of a sudden, and by the way, my dad all of a sudden is extreme MAGA. You know, why is that? Why say why?
Because there's messages missing in between.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, you're right. But that just seems like a weird something to say.
Obviously, for the indictment, they wanted that part in. I don't know why. This is just for the indictment. That's all
Yeah.
I mean, the rest
Yeah,
of it will
yeah.
probably come in at trial, but this is for the indictment. They wanted that in, I guess. I don't know why.
Utah is so far. Dadgummit. We're going, though.
Just heard that, the dad, they figured it out the next day. They're making it sound like this all happened back to back. Is this happening over 2 days? Why not tell us this instantly so I can...
So Candace isn't picking up on the 3 dot theory that I just put down. She's not picking that up.
No.
But I think I'm right on that. I do.
I think you are too, because I definitely think there's things missing. And that
Let me see the other pages. Let me see. Okay, here's another one. See, again, there's no 3 dots here, but there is one there, and there's one there.
Yeah.
See that? So there's stuff missing in between these. There's stuff missing in between those.
I think local guy is going to prison for CP, and I'm glad. DM Candace immediately. See?
Well, because we need to fill her in on the 3 dot theory up here.
We do. Take a link, Candace. We'll be your friend.
I mean, it just helps. It helps me anyway because it explains that there are definitely things missing, that this doesn't read and make sense on purpose. There's messages missing. They've indicated their messages missing. I'm assuming we'll eventually see them, maybe at trial.
No, Warrior Grandma, these are transcripts that was put out, that these were read yesterday at the
indictment. This was
thank
this
you.
was
I can't
got
word.
you. It's all right. I got you. They put all this out in the indictment. That's what this is. So maybe they didn't want to put all the rest of it out, because it was just filler, or maybe it was evidence that they wanted to say for trial.
Something.
Yeah. But regardless, they do indicate that there's stuff missing there. All right. Do you want to keep going with search of the residence or no?
No, I don't think they found anything. He didn't bring anything back. Like, he left all of it, the towel, the gun, everything. He dropped it, and which that doesn't make sense. Well, I guess it does. Maybe you think if you get caught and you're not carrying a gun, you won't get in trouble. That does make sense, but
well, they searched Robinson's residence, so that's not Dad's house. That's him and Lance's house, right?
yes, that's where they lived. Yes.
Okay, so during that search, police discovered a shell casing with etchings, like the etchings found on the shell.
Oh.
So they found more of those. They found several targets with bullet holes in them.
Oh.
Count 1 is aggravated murder. Count 2 is felony discharge of a firearm. Count 3 is obstructing justice pertaining to Robinson's removal and hiding of the rifle. Let's see if she goes on.
At all until he.
I'm just going to fast forward and see if we get to more of the indictment. Nope, not yet.
I gotta use the restroom right quick. If you hear a bell ring, don't talk.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Just give Candace access to everything. They have it unredacted. She's either going to be right or she's going to be wrong. I don't think as of yesterday they had found his clothes yet. He said he destroyed the clothes or disposed of the clothes one by one all over the place. Hey, Black Eagle, I don't understand what you're saying. Pedros aren't pedos? I don't know what that means. Oh, you autocorrected. I'm sorry. I see your autocorrect or whatever. I see your spell, your typo. It's the charging document. Yes, Pammy B. Thank you. Your true crime experts over here don't know what things are called. Well, we definitely will be interesting to cover. And we dropped the link earlier in the chat for this rest of this Candace Owens video. If you guys want to watch it, I'm going to drop it in chat again for you. If you guys want to watch it on your own time, you certainly can. There it is. It looks like Randy dropped it, but it's really me. Have you seen the other speakers who have come forward to speak for Charlie? Milo has come out of retirement too. Oh, I haven't. No, I don't. I have not been like watching this. Like obviously Randy has been.
Yeah,
or
I haven't.
or several other people. I haven't been paying attention to all of this.
Well, see, I was willing to take it at face value till I started looking into it more. So I will definitely listen to more. I'm very curious as
Here,
to see.
here's my problem though, and this is just me. This is a Wendy issue. I am way too susceptible to believe conspiracies. You can talk to me about a conspiracy. It'll probably take you 15 minutes to convince me, and then I'm on board. Absolutely a conspiracy. 9/11 never happened. Like ridiculous.
No, I'm not like that.
I'm terrible. No, I'm horrible about it. That's why I don't look at them. I don't like looking at them because after a while I don't trust my own brain. So it's uncomfortable for me. It's really uncomfortable for me to talk about conspiracies and stuff because I tend to believe them.
And it's because I don't have I like it because I don't have I'm not affirmative on either side. I think that we need to be watching out for if something happens to Tyler. Kind of like,
You don't think they're going to let him take the fall and go all the way? You think that they'll take him out before then? Why would they?
I don't know because
doesn't that look more suspicious? Like there is a conspiracy?
Well, I mean, it does look suspicious, but I mean, we've seen more. Uh-oh, hold on.
Ash, I wish I thought that way. Like I said, I'm a little susceptible to these things. I'm not proud of it. I usually think that I'm pretty smart. Clearly not. Look for a second. Alex Jones had me questioning if Sandy Hook actually happened. I will forever feel guilty for that. Yes. Hey, Jeff, how are you? This is just what Candace believes at the moment. I think it's good to listen to all sides and just be careful. I agree with you, sweet. At the end of the day, this doesn't really, I don't have to be completely absorbed in this. Are we supposed to be quiet? I don't know. Am I supposed to be quiet? I didn't hear a bell, but she said customer, so I don't know if I'm supposed to talk or not. You're just not as jaded as the rest of us. Ugh. Well, does that mean that I keep my head buried in the sand? Is that what that means? Like, hopefully she turned us down on her phone. Maybe I just keep my head buried in the sand on purpose because I tend to believe this stuff. Thanks, Black Eagle. I appreciate that. We could talk about Brittany J instead. I don't know anything about Brittany J. I don't know the first thing about that girl. I know that lots of people like talking about her, though. I didn't hear a bell. She's on her phone, so I'm sure she turned her phone down. I'll try to be careful with the stuff I say. I don't know the first thing about Brittany J. I don't know anything about her. I know that lots of people talk about her. I think there might be, a big crowd if we put her name in the title. But I don't know the first thing about her. Is she good people, bad people? Anybody know? Depends how much info this kid has. If he's dumb enough, he'll probably not be killed. Oh, I didn't hear a bell. I do like hearing conspiracy theories. I just don't ever believe them. Well, that's I'm the exact opposite, Ash. I don't like hearing them because I tend to believe them all. It's ridiculous. I know one thing. If one person gets saved because of Charlie's death, it wasn't in vain. Yeah, Lavender. I'm with you on that. It's so sad, though. I heard his wife's message, and she was so brave. In the stuff that she was saying, like, she doesn't understand, and I don't understand. I don't understand. He had 2 small babies, and he was, he was so young. I don't understand. I'm making a third side to the BJ stuff. They're all damn liars. Well, I know that Laura got involved a little bit, and so she's enjoying, 15 more minutes of her slow descent. And I know that she got involved, and she's first, I don't know, she was either for her or against her, and now she's flip-flopped again to the other side of that because that's where the numbers are, and whatever. I heard that Laura said something like that Brittany J has a drug problem, and she owes it to the community to talk about her prescriptions and the medicine that she's prescribed by her doctor. And all I could think of was, are you crazy? What are you talking about? Like, you make no sense. Laura would make a great president. Yeah, she sure would. She's so balanced and diplomatic. Yeah, she sure is. And not at all stupid. She's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Unfortunately, I have to leave. Please tell Randy I have an appointment. Okay, Warrior Grandma, it's good to see you, honey. Thanks for being in here. I think we're going to wrap it up too, but although I could end it. We now share a stream, so I could end it. Let's just end it. I'll say goodbye. I'll say goodbye for Randy too. And thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. It was fun. It was a good talk. I'm sure we'll talk more about this. I'm sure we will. Something tells me we're going to be in this rabbit hole for a minute. We also need to talk about, love you, Randy. I'm going to go ahead and end it since I can. We're also going to talk about unknown numbers. So if you haven't watched it, you need to, because we're going to talk about that too. I'm not sure when, but we will. And we'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.